Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hey, you know what time it is. It's Dose of Hope time. Burr Lovett coming to you today with a dose of hope. Today is November the 18th, and we have another very, very special guest. You hear from him every week, every Sunday. He is a guitar player. He is a keyboard player. He's a chairman of personnel. He's a godly man. He's a wonderful husband with a wonderful family. His name is Dr. Nathan Hammond.
What's going on, Hope Baptist Church, friends and family? Dr. Hammond here to bring you this week's Dose of Hope. Can you believe I got to wear all this stuff every day? I feel like Buddy in his beekeeper outfit. I'm not a big fan of it. It protects me. I like it because it keeps me safe and protects me. I don't like it because I get hot in it, fogs up my face shield, I can't see what I'm doing. It's just a mess. But I'll tell you the main reason why I don't like it is that when I communicate with others, they can't see my face. You know, it makes it easier when we're communicating to see each other's facial expressions. And the main way that we greet each other and relay that we're happy is to smile. As an orthodontist, I focus a lot on smiles. It's kind of my business. And when I was a young orthodontist, I thought that it was my job to create beautiful smiles. And then as I got a little experience and got into practice, it didn't take me long to figure out that I really don't create smiles at all. It's the joy that somebody has inside of them, or their response to the joy that I have inside of me or that you have inside of you that really creates a smile. I can make people's teeth perfectly straight. I can give my patients a perfect bite. But if they don't have that joy inside of them, then you'll never get that beautiful smile, at least not one that lasts for very long. So where does that joy come from? So in Romans 15:13, Paul says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit." There's a few things I want to point out here about this verse. Number one, Paul is talking to fellow believers here. So first and foremost, if you don't have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, I encourage you to reach out to us online so that somebody can get in contact with you and help you nail down your salvation. We've heard Burr say a lot of times that without Jesus, there's no hope. So that's number one. The second thing I'd like to point out is that he says, as we trust in God, that will be filled with all joy and peace. So that lets us know that the more we trust in God, the more we'll have joy and peace. And that doesn't mean that we'll always be happy. You know, sometimes we'll be sad, sometimes we'll be angry, sometimes we'll be lonely. And that's okay to have those emotions as long as we don't let them, rule our thoughts and our lives. But if we can remember that, God is always for us. God's already overcome everything in this earth. And as Christians, ultimately, we'll have victory over everything in this earth as well through our faith in Jesus Christ. So if we can remember those things, it kind of helps us to have joy and peace no matter what the situation is. And the last thing I want to point out about that verse is that he says, as we trust in him, as we're filled with more joy and peace, we'll overflow with hope through the power of the Holy Spirit. And that's when our joy not only benefits us, but it benefits others as well, because our joy is a testimony of God's power and a testimony of what he's done for us in our lives. Over the past 7 or 8 months, since we've been having to wear, all these masks all the time, I've noticed that you really don't have to see somebody smile to know if they're joyful or not. I interact with a lot of people every day, and you can tell a joyful person just by the way that they carry themselves when they walk into the office and how they talk and the things that they say. You can even see it in their eyes. Proverbs says that the light in a messenger's eyes brings joy to the heart, and good news gives health to the bones. And as Christians, we have the best news around. We've got hope and salvation through Jesus. So we should be, spreading that around. It should be overflowing out of us all the time. So I guess to kind of wrap it up, I would say, I would encourage you to put more of your trust in God and just allow him to fill you with more joy and peace. And then, let that overflow out of you and share it with others, whether it be at your home or at work or just wherever you go, because we definitely all need it, especially during these times. Our hope and our joy and our peace that we have through our trust in God will get us through today, it'll get us through tomorrow, and all the days to come.
Thanks so much, Nathan, for those words of encouragement on this Wednesday. What powerful words for us to remember. And we just want you to keep those in mind. Keep faith. Stay strong. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday. God bless everyone. Have a happy Wednesday.